7-8 game, you're home for the next game.
Yes.
G.G. Jackson, a step back three and a good. And that is one of the silver linings of what has been a difficult season, given the injuries and the mix and match lineups. Horford, Pajemski, shot clock winding down, blocked by G. Ty Jerome spins away from Moody into the paint. A no-look setup. Gigi will try for three. That's off. And Pajemski with a rebound. Pajemski, that double's not out of the question for him. 9, 7 boards, 6 assists. He's had back-to-back games with a career-high 15 rebounds, including last night at New Orleans. Will Richard misses in tight. Wells against Moody, draws contact.
The Grizzlies' offense being better. The best way for them to be better is to not have to play half-court basketball.
Right.
It's for them to be able to play transition basketball as Jerome is able to get into the paint for another finish.
Doesn't for Ty. He's at 13 minutes, and 20-ish has been his upper limit. Tomas Isolo saying before the game they want to be conservative with him and with Scottie Pippen Jr. Scotty's played 10 tonight. Richard, long two. Another thing about this Golden State team, the balance. I mean, Will Richard is a guy who averages 7 a game. Had a 30-point game against Sacramento. Because their bench guys do get so much daylight. Jerome.
Means that everyone has a chance to find a rhythm. This is a matter of who finds it the quickest.
And you see how well they swing it around the perimeter. Everybody gets a touch, but Richard can't pay it off with the three. And hockey assists, that secondary assist, the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the bucket. Offensive rebound, Jerome. Gigi, pretty spin. Oh, attack!
Scoring because it's Gigi. They got the defensive rebound and the offensive rebound to keep the possession alive.
Grizzlies have trailed by as many as 24. They've got it within 16. Horford deals, Pajemski wide open. Nope. And the rebound. And Moody. Razorback football team could have used that last year.
A lot of that.
Horford, doubled. Spins away. Pajemski, his lefty three.
The defender was coming. He's already saw the next pass before it touched his hand immediately to present Pajemski for the three.
Small responds small. First three-point make for him tonight.
He has shot the three ball a lot better here as of late.
Yeah, 59% from three over the last half dozen games, in fact. Will Richard with 7 to shoot. Moody, a straightaway three. This is Moody.
Tell me.
How about Eric Musselman? That was Moody's collegiate coach, and Emus coached Golden State. And
See it be a consistent effort from G.G. Jackson.
he goes to the bench at the moment. Rupert and Hendricks are back in, also checking in Rob Fisher.
Well, good start offensively for the Grizzlies here in the third quarter. 13 points in the first 4 minutes. Coach Isolo telling the team during that timeout, we're doing a good job of playing with pace on the offensive end. We're moving the ball very well as well. He said defensively right now, we're making multiple of the personnel that we're guarding.
Hendricks, nice little.
He saw a little lefty finish earlier. Now that little right hand half hook. Seen him knock down a couple of jump shots from the three-point line. So nice to see up his offensive game.
Yeah, and I think when you talk about offensive foul called on Moody, is the.
I think the thing is, you would say, is because he is so young, there is still a lot to learn, but there's something there.
Right.
A lot of times you just need for there to be something that you can work with. He definitely has something because we've seen it just in this short time.
And he'll try for three. Left that one short, however. Rebound.
Now, because the Warriors are such, because of the lineups, that's why they have those, they get the droughts that allow teams opportunities to get back into the game.
Shot clock down to 6 for Horford. Moody trying to get by Pippen. Ball pops free. They'll pay it off with a three. A Rupert three is long. And Quinton Post is in and grabs the rebound.
Yeah, good kick out there by multiple defenders and finds Rupert open in the corner.
Had Spencer peeling away, rather. And a foul on Quinton Post. That'll be the... They did beat Denver at home. Offensive rebound just ripped it away from Post, creating a...
Additional player. It looks like he can probably play the 3 and the 4. 14, good cut here by Santos.
And you see how well Golden State works with and without the ball and how well they move it.
Positional player. It looks like he can probably play the 3 and the 4. 14, good cut here by Santos.
And you see how now the Grizzlies turn it over. Santos, Richard.
Things.
No, did you see that there are some arenas now that they have got popcorn in a bowl and they've got a little spring-loaded thing that you can shoot baskets with the kernels of popcorn? Pivot.
Reported work there, Peter. This is Action News.
In fact, Brooklyn, and we're going to go there in March, they have that as one of their offerings. So Rob Fisher needs to know about that because he'd be really good at that.
I thought he would be the one that would bring it up. I didn't know it would come from you.
Those hours in research. Pippen driving, lays it off, Rupert. And again, the Grizzlies got an opportunity at the front of the rim and couldn't convert it. Payton sets up Pat Spencer. Santos. Offensive rebound, Richard. Dump down, Santos for 2.
Themselves. It's a shouting distance of this Warriors team, but we give the Warriors credit to push this back to a comfortable 18-point lead.
There's under 3.5 remaining in the third. Clayton drives on Richard. He tried to pack it, but Post blocked it. 5 to shoot. Pippen, a topside 3 by Spencer. Rimming no.
The shots there by Clayton Jr., but Post said, not letting the little get one on me.
And Hendricks with a knockaway. 2-on-1. Pippen will take it himself.
Nice job running down the loop.
Hendricks, 2 assists. Pat Spencer, corner 3. Man, Will Richard has been great tonight. Santos.
Nice work to quickly get the ball to Santos.
5 different Golden State players have 3 or more assists. Grizzlies turn it over. Richard steal, 15 for Will Richard, who averages 7 a game. And the lead back to 20. Rupert. Santos. And he draws a line where he is just 65% for the season. 3rd season out. He'll get one more, but first, that's Golden State basketball. I thought it was interesting. I asked Tomas Isla what he admired most about Steve Kerr was that he picked up things from the triangle offense, having been with 11 and 17 away from Chase Center, 19 and 11 on their home floor. But they have been in control, courtesy of a 40-point second quarter after this was a 3-point game through 12 minutes. Pajemski, skip pass, extra pass. Another extra pass and a Spencer 3 down low.
Moves faster than bodies can. And the passing of the basketball, G.G. Jackson, another basket. The Grizzlies were recovering on that last possession, just couldn't catch back up.
Yeah. Well, Golden State is a lot of things, and one of them is discipline. They're disciplined with their ball movement and their body movement, and it results in high-quality shots. And Gary Payton, when he put it down anyway. Grizzlies with Jackson, Prosper, Small, Ty Jerome, and Cam Spencer. Him in his 18 minutes. We'll see how long the leash is tonight, minutes-wise for him. Horford finds an open Pajemski, who drives, accepts contact, and will go. Pajemski with 14 to go along with 8 rebounds to most any situation because he is such a multi-dimensional player. And Cam Spencer's bleeding, so I think we're going to get a 30-second timeout here.
In the associate individual and team success, that's why it needs to Draymond Green on a regular basis. They still can win.
And they have an identity that they can play to every single night, regardless of who's wearing their uniform. Again,
He knows how to put the ball in the basket. You can say, well, he doesn't do this, he doesn't have that, he can score.
Yeah. I've always felt that that's always a little infuriating to hear about people in their analysis of player. They talk about what guys can't do, and Peyton. Zach, he's a really good basketball player. So's Ty Jerome.
Ty Jerome's a good player. John Morant's a good player. Brandon Clark's a good player. The only thing we're talking about, they're all individually good players. We haven't seen them play together.
Right. Tad Spencer off with the three. Horford offensive rebound. Tips in his own miss. Starting lineup this season. Jerome's going to let it fly again. 8 minutes to go.
Well, it's the reason why we're in the situation we're in at this point with the trade happening of Jaren, because it's not just this year. But this is having your main top guys have an opportunity to play together.
Javon Small, 4-3 is Ryan Rupert. And
that's only because
he may start in Dallas.
No, he will start on this road trip. The only reason why he hasn't started now is because it's his second game.
Pajemski.
As the Warriors come out in a little 1-3-1 defense. This is back in the day, high school basketball.
Wow. Pippen. It's off. And Pippen.
Talking about Ty Jerome and his craftiness, and Coach Isolo says it's his basketball IQ that really gets out of the space, and he just the incredibly skilled and crafty player that he is, and his basketball IQ is just off the charts.
He's also a former Golden State Warrior. He's been part of the organizations with Golden State, Phoenix, and Oklahoma City, and also with some of their G League teams as well. Guy Santos, nice pivot move. 16 points for him, and plus 17 in the starting role tonight. We talked to the Golden State people, and they said this is probably the most pleasant surprise they've had this season is the development of Guy Santos. Played 56 games, averaged 4 points per game. Now he's averaging 6.5, but double figures in 10 of the last 11.
Remember last season, partner, he didn't even attempt shots. He was the hustle guy out on the floor. Nice turn here by Hendricks, doesn't get it to go. His offensive game has blossomed.
Pajemski on a post-up against Cam Spencer. Pajemski backs him down. Dropped him in a reserve role. 17 tonight.
Good hands here by Leon.
Quentin Post back in the game.
It's the first game where the Grizzlies have been really managed with the smaller lineups, with the trade and all of that. They have been able to stay in games and compete here. The Warriors weren't going to allow that here.
Ty Jerome with the defense on the other end. Pippen, drop off. And an ill-advised pass by Walter.
Of the game.
He's playing with decisiveness and force, and the results are there. Jalen Wells, his three tomorrow night.
You gonna go to the game?
We're not going to get in early enough, I don't think. Peyton, the city, with just under 8 remaining in regulation of that one. Toronto a 1-point lead over San Antonio early fourth quarter. Hendricks.
That was like one on the left.
Leon's missing. Repair was there defensively. Wells finds Jerome, who casts, and it's
Didn't say what if. What if?
well, and you go back to the preseason and how well he played in the preseason, and you thought, wow, this year with Cleveland last year, and then the calf injury in the final preseason game down in Miami. Another three. Hendricks trying to keep it alive. Jerome has logged 24 minutes. That's the most he's played this season.
A lot of guys that can help you win games, partner.
Tomas Isolo telling me before the game that the guys who are not playing do a good job of maintaining a positive vibe and giving some expertise. Whoa, post on the shot clock. Clayton will try for three. It's through. Hendricks in double figures for the 9th time this season and second game consecutively. He had 12 against Sacramento on Monday night.
Intriguing player, partner.
Very much so. And And there's an offensive foul that'll be called on Jalen. Golden State's going to end its 2-game road losing streak. They're just 11-17 on the road. Wells for 3. Yes.
Jalen Wells here in his basketball game, but here in the fourth quarter, 2 threes for him.
Just 8 points for him. And that's an illegal screen on post.
Right now becoming a foul fest on the Warriors.
And Pat Spencer now with a hold. And a carry called on Taylor Hendricks.
Has to be made and good call by the official.
And that's some of that indecision that comes with unusual lineups that haven't played together. Leon. Wells trying to float it up. Rebound comes to Pippen. Hendricks and
Are so wacky.
right.
When you look at him, you say probably a 3-4 combo player. You on the floor really one big. And so it's definitely, we've seen him knock down some perimeter shots. We've seen him finish inside. Saw the dunk for the and one. And so I said earlier, intriguing player he is.
And now repair 3. Golden State this way to play a back-to-back New Orleans and Memphis. And now they're going back home.
So chicken sandwich here, 2 missed free throws. But yeah, we thought that had been wacky, but no turnover.
Richard. Wells. Yeah. That's
33.
33. All I know is that the Grizzlies haven't won a game when they've given up 30 or more points off turnovers. All right, smart Alex. This actually ties the season high for points lost on turnovers. The Grizzlies lost 33 against Detroit and at New York. GG.
Has done a good job in not having the high number turnovers. They have fourth quarter, and then you would come up with 5 or 6 in a quarter. But what has happened to this tonight has been, again, not scored just about.
Yeah. There was one point, I think it looked that the Warriors were averaging 3 points off the Grizzlies' turnovers. It's been that kind of night. Golden State will get their 31st win of the season, and the Grizzlies will take their 36th loss of the season, and Golden State will sweep the season series 3-0 as Spencer rolls that one in. Leon has 9. And those are all the players that have played, all the ones that are healthy enough to play. Wells misses the 3. Javon Small ends up with a rebound. Post with a rebound. And the outset. And for Will Richard, his 3rd 20-point game of the season. He has 21 to lead the Warriors. G.G. Jackson, the game-high scorer with 24. 5 on the shot clock for Pat Spencer. Spencer.
The block.
Yep. The difference between the 2 clocks. Rupert on the attack takes the distance off the glass. Golden State will have to shoot it. They made and Grizzlies and Golden State now winners. Grizzlies. You look at Terry Stotts, Jerry Stott's assistant with Steve Kerr, and that's a final. 136.